I'm John Talty of AL.com. Alongside me are Kevin Scarbinsky and John Archibald. We're here at the UAB announcement of the reinstatement, at least taking steps to reinstate football, bowling, and rifle. A lot of things to break down here, but just to kind of start off, what's the main takeaway, guys?
Well, they're going to bring back football as long as the community pays for it. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, it's sort of, can I say, steaming pile of horse hockey on the thing here. I mean, UAB pays nothing more than they've ever paid. They accept that football comes back as long as somebody else pays for it. That's Blazer victory today.
Did you guys buy the idea that this process couldn't have been started ahead of time because there wasn't that level of support? It seems like Dr. Watts says that a lot of money has just kind of popped up that was never there, and that's the reason why we can have this decision today.
Well, clearly Dr. Watts didn't answer that question when I asked, didn't want to answer it, and it was tried, as one of his PR people tried to head off that question when I originally tried to ask it. But it is clear that this process was backwards from the start. Had they gone out and reached out to the community the way they have in recent weeks, in recent months, had they done that in 2014 as part of their original strategic study, we might not have had to go through what we went through the last 6 months. But they didn't do it that way. And what you didn't hear also was no admission of guilt at all from Ray Watts, no contrition from Ray Watts. What I heard was business as usual for the most part from Ray Watts.
Is that fair to say?
I think that's more than fair to say. I mean, and he did thank the productive members of the fan base that were vocal. I mean, I don't want it to get lost here that what happened was a big deal in Birmingham. I mean, Birmingham stood up, it came together in ways I have not seen in many years, and it got an opportunity to get football back. And it can get lost in the fact that I think what he just did here was ridiculous. But at the same time, there is a shot, and if UAB fans step up and buy tickets and stay in the seats, they got a shot.
And to suggest, as Mark Ingram did, that they're going to do what their peers do and ask their fan base basically to pay for their facilities, that's not the way it works. Most Division I athletic departments have debt. They have debt service because they take out, they float bonds to build stadiums and football buildings and weight rooms. They don't ask their supporters to pay for that. That is complete nonsense.
And that's one of probably the rare things about UAB is that they didn't have any debt, because everybody does have millions upon millions of dollars of debt. So here we are. I think that there probably is some wiggle room that this still could maybe not fully come back if certain, I guess, requirements aren't met. But where do we go from here? What's the next couple steps?
Well, the scary part is there was no definitive timeline given. They're going to provide a timeline at some point. And yes, he'll make it public, Dr. Watts said. But we don't know what year they're going to come back and play football.
We know very little.
I guess that will do us for here. We know very little. For AL.com, I'm John Talty. Thanks for joining us.
You knew that.